Alright, so I believe I have fixed the video issue. And I'm going to wait just a second to verify that. Okay, looks pretty good. So we're going to start Vine Stalker Necromancer speedruns. Just as a general overview, it's going to be 15 runes with Cheaperdos. I'm going to use statue form when I find it, if I find it. And if I don't find it, I'm probably just going to die. So speedruns are, these are turn count speedruns. It's going to be risky. I'm going to be taking chances. And let me mute my own Twitch stream so I don't get feedback from myself talking. I'm going to be taking chances, and I'm going to be dying a lot because I'm going to be skipping as much of the dungeon as I can. I have some minor experience with speedruns. I've once died on Zot 5 with around 24,000 turns, and my fastest 15 rune win is 53,000 turns, which is pretty fast, but you generally, if you're wanting to go for a species speedrun, you need to be around 40,000. And, there are plenty of scores that are in the 30,000s. So, 53 is not bad, but it's certainly not setting any records. There are definitely people who have done this a lot more than I have and are better at it than I am. But that said, I think I'm reasonably good at it, and I think I'll be able to get a decent score eventually. Just keep in mind that this is not something that I am expecting to win on the first, second, or third tries. It'll probably take quite a few deaths before you get one success, and that's just the nature of trying to push your turn count as low as possible. So that being said, let's start the Vine Stalker Necromancer. I do like to do Necromancers and Vine Stalkers both because they have extremely high regeneration. And that means that you do not have to spend time resting. You can keep moving constantly. I'm going to start trying to do more manual exploration rather than auto explore. I'm typically a auto explore all the way kind of guy, just because I don't want to spend the actual time, real life time exploring around, but it's more efficient to explore by yourself rather than using the algorithm to do it for you. So I'm going to be using unarmed combat, and I'm probably going to be dying. I'll take a couple steps back here. Oh, there's more monsters. This kind of swarm is probably a good excuse for me to just die, but let's see how it happens. I'm poisoned. Alright, so we're dead. We don't want to be pulling things back too much because we want to be plowing through them and always moving forward. Obviously, that's an ideal that you're not going to live up to all of the time, and you do need to be careful at some point, but I am going fairly aggressive out of the gate here. I should probably use pain early on just because as much as I want to go unarmed, I don't actually start out with any unarmed skill. And so I'm going to keep moving forward even though I have like 2 health. Alright, we're gonna dive straight down to D2. We found some javelins. We like javelins. And there's D3. So I'm gonna take my potions. Oh, that could be a God Altar. Yeah, that's a God Altar, but it's not one that we want. Metal would actually probably be a pretty good choice for speedrunning. But I'm looking for G because I'm an addict. One arm. It's getting to the point where punching is almost as effective as pain. Terrible bat. Don't waste my time. Ooh, we've got a pearl ring. Very good. Ring mail. I want a little bit heavier armor. Ring mail is one of my favorites for just starting out. Okay, that's Gozag. Weakling Draconian Conjurer. Do I think I can take that? Probably not yet, on account of my unarmed being a little bit weak still. But if I can, it will be a decent boost in experience. Let's see about taking on some of these orcs, and then maybe we'll try the ghost. I'll go with int. I can now memorize draining. Yeah, let's do draining. I'm also gonna want regeneration, but regeneration is a lot harder to cast right now since I don't have any charm skill. I'm gonna avoid going down right now. I don't want to be too super aggressive. I'm gonna see about this ghost. That would be a very good strength boost if I can get away with it. It's probably not a safe fight though. Right, let's back up a little. So it's a conjurer who can only cast magic dart. I have javelins, but no throwing skill. And I have nothing identified. If I can leak his magic. Did not get any magic leaks. And now I'm probably going to be darted to death. Yeah. Alright. Didn't even have anything terribly helpful here. Like a might or a agility would probably be the best things. Lignification could have helped. Being a Mind Stalker, obviously I can't use heal wounds, so that would not have done anything. Like I said, we will be dying a lot. Large shields, that could be useful very, 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 very much later on in the game, but not right now. I could carry it with me for a long time, but just go ahead and pass. One of the reasons why you can get away with using unarmed on a necromancer background like this is just, you know, the Vine Stalker fangs are very powerful. And so like I still have a decent offensive ability even though I'm relying on a pretty weak physical attack. The fangs just make up for it. And once I get unarmed up to like 5 or so, it'll be fine. Alright, I've fallen back into auto-exploring. That nasty, nasty habit of auto-exploring tab. I should really be heading down now. I've spent too much time on this floor. There, we'll go up to these ones. Okay, we want to keep moving. We're going to use a little bit more auto explore, I guess. Yeah, what the heck? Let's skip the whole floor entirely. Well, that was close. Impaired draining is only at 30% fail. I could do leather armor and try and have vampiric draining work for me. Yeah, healed like 3 health. Very distance drain. Not sure if I'm going to be able to find that. Still very distant. Distant, okay, so we're getting a little close. It's probably over and up to the right. There it is. Let's try and get into a little bit of a corner. Let's take a little bit of a step back. Not a potion of curing. Potion of berserk rage. But now I'm poisoned. Don't think that I can do anything here. What's my slowest possible action? Equipping armor. But I don't think I can do that while I'm berserked. So it's attack or walk, and I'm dead. Alrighty, well, I didn't have curing anyway. Maybe I'll try staying in robes a little bit longer so that I can use regeneration more easily to help overcome poison like that, but really the problem was I just had way too much poison. So I'm going to try doing a slightly more necromancer start, use pain, get necromancy up to 6 or so before switching into unarmed. I would like to hit level 2 before going down, but we'll see. There's level 2 at least. Rather than backtrack, I'll try and find the 3rd stairway down. That might end up taking an unfortunately long amount of time, it looks like. Yeah, I'm almost back anyway. Yeah, let's go with leather this time. So that could be handy. Alright, so now we have a little bit better. Spell casting. We'll continue to pick up throwing weapons. Go pick up that scroll while we wait for our 1 mana to come back to kill the bat. And we're out of mana, so we're going to punch things. And we actually managed to drain 2 mana back. Chainmail, that's way too heavy for us right now. Purgy. Pretty sure I have absolutely no ability to fight him, and I'm surprised to see him as early as D3. I wonder if that got changed. He usually doesn't appear that early. Alright. We're just going to go straight down to 4. Usually, when speedrunning, you want to skip as much as possible of the first 3 floors. And then you do the 4th floor pretty much full clear until you, and 5 and 6 and 7, until you find the temple. You're looking for your god. I don't think I have a very good chance of killing this ogre. My best bet probably is going to be repeatedly pain. I could try vampiric draining, actually. Alright, so that really hurt. We'll take a couple steps around. Maybe I'll wait until I get 3 mana and try draining. Alright, well I got him. And then he got me as well. Unfortunately, as quickly as my health regenerates, I don't think there's any boost to mana regeneration. Maybe there is. Alright, so that was a little bit better. Let's give him a punch, give him another vampiric draining. Failed to cast. Level 3 Vine Stalker with 16 health, taking out an ogre. Let's paint him. There we go. Alright, so we gained 2 levels off of that, and we have some actual punching ability now. Not much, just some. I'm trying to do the rest of this pain because I have 4 health. He's regenerating nearly as fast as I do. Okay, yeah. I should use vampiric draining a little bit more. It's actually quite powerful for a level 3 spell. My spell power with it is terrible, but you know, it's something. Wow. Hasted, double darted, instantly killed. Was not expecting to die right there. But that is the life of a speedrun. Speedrunning is great because basically you have an excuse anytime you die. It's like, well, I was taking chances. I died. You know, not my fault. Look at what I was doing. I was playing terribly. How could you have expected that to live? Put down hatches here, just trying to tempt me to skip the entirety of first floor, but I want to be level 2 before I go down. Call me crazy. Okay, now we can take a hatch down. Actually rested there. Something I'm trying to avoid doing for pretty much all of this run, but at some point, you have to admit that having health is better than not having health. Let me try raising my spell casting a little bit for my mana. And I'm gonna run entirely out of mana while fighting an adder, which is like the worst possible thing. I don't think I have much of a chance here. Ambrosia. And still. I'm almost level 2. Let's call it level 2. Hey, see, now we're up. Let's rest just a few turns. I want like at least 3 mana. There's a regular shield. That's definitely something I would be interested in eventually. Although I'm giving it about a 90% chance that I'm dead before I can use it. Let's try punching. Yeah, we got some mana. Oh, that didn't work. Free hit there, he didn't even get a chance to respond. If you time it really carefully. You can get free hits in, but it's tricky to do. I think this is really just wasting my time. I'm gonna run away from him. Just taking too long. I need to be level 3 with Vampiric Draining if I'm gonna take down a worm. Oh, I should be able to. Oh wait, I don't even have any skill in unarmed combat yet. I should use pain. Alright, well now I'm level 3. So let's go to 4-3. Cloak. Much appreciated. I love when you're like playing +0 cloaks come cursed. It's like, oh no, that was cursed. It's like, I'm not taking that off for a really long time. That's perfectly fine by me. I will take that cursed +1 AC. Alright, well, roll 4. I guess that means we're going to cave 4. Oof. Almost got away. Look at that ogre. It's like 15%, 20% health. And then just one shot from full health of mana. That's the life. Could have tried. You know, I was going to punch him until he hit me, and then I was going to vampiric drain him. Could have tried just going vampiric draining from the start. But it did not work out. So I'm going to stick with the small amount of spellcasting and necromancy first idea, and then move into unarmed. Somewhere around level 2 or 3. Curse Amulet of Faith, that is an incredible find, but it won't help me until I actually find a god. Ringmail, I'm going to stay with lighter armor for now. I wouldn't mind the leather though. Oh, buckler. Bucklers are a little bit questionable as to whether or not they're whether or not they're better than just not wearing a buckler. I'll still use them from time to time though. Ring of Wizardry, that's gonna help. Poison resistance. I'm gonna keep going on this floor for a little bit longer until I find the next staircase. Got another ring, so that's probably quite worth it. Magical power, sweet. That was a good decision. Where art thou, stairs? Mini temple. Have I not yet memorized? No, I haven't. Okay. Because I'm probably gonna need that for a word. Okay, so that's all my spells memorized. I can actually use them, and my unarmed combat is terrible. Let's turn on unarmed combat. Not even level 1. So if I was being less stubborn, Maclab or Akawaru would probably be pretty good for a speed run, but I am stubborn. I probably should carry that with me, but too late now. It's ancient history. Try to take him upstairs and get killed on your way up. Oh well. That's a shame. I really liked that Ring of Magical Power. Might want to start scaling back some of the risk taking a little bit. At least on the first couple of floors, play a little bit safer. And then like once I get past, D5, I can start upping my risk taking a little bit. Because I'm not really getting through D4 very often here. And really spending an extra 100 turns wouldn't be so bad. I believe geckos are fast and we have a limited amount of time to be able to actually kill this guy. But regeneration pulls it off. Get some mana back before we go charging in. Alright, spellcasting is 3. We can learn our level 3 spells. And then we can get killed by this adder. Somehow that 0 skill unarmed combat did the job. I didn't even bite him. And I was just plain old punching. 3 base damage. I think adders have something like 10 health or something. 15. This is going to be a little bit tough. I don't have the best choke point here, but it's decent enough. But 4 jackals is a lot at this point. I'm going to actually run up into this corridor. Ooh, got a good bite that restored all my mana. Thank you, bite. Do I want to try for that leather armor? Let's say yes. So 10 and 21% failure. Adds 2 and 9%, but if I train charms, then regeneration will come down pretty quick. One of my first good armor finds in these runs, plus 2 gloves. That's very helpful. I'd probably put that slightly ahead of the Ring of Magical Power, but it's close. You could argue either way. I, of course, would argue for both. Let's just give me a Ring of Magical Power 2. Okay, so I spent a pretty long time on D2. Probably too long. I probably should have been getting off of that sooner. But I did want to try and get out of, early dungeon at some point, so spending a couple extra turns there isn't too bad. Okay, we did leak him, and the drain is very distant. That is a lot of poison. I could try looking for a potion of curing, but I don't have any large stacks to guess on. It's got chainmail, so I'm probably not going to be able to punch very much through that. But I really kind of want the experience. My best bet is to probably just try and get lucky with poison needles. But I don't have any throwing skill, and this has been nerfed considerably. Yeah. It's not working terribly well. There's a wand there. My next best bet after this is to let myself heal to full and then try vampiric draining. Let's go ahead and try that. Miscast. Success. Don't have the mana for another one. Okay, we got another needle on him. He's probably poisoned enough to die at this point. Let's see if we can get another one on him. Yeah. Alright. Poison and vampiric draining. Let's see if we can find the sewer. Unarmed almost to 4. I probably cannot kill this ghost in any way at all. Ghosts are a little bit annoying for necromancers because they are, of course, immune to negative, vampiric draining. Pain. He's also immune to poison. The only thing I have that could possibly hurt him would be my punches. And he's probably gonna make it so I can't find the sewer. Let's just go and try another floor. Another stair. Risk resting of a very distant drain. So it's still very distant from here as well. All of the downstairs are over here. Might have to just pass this whole thing up. This is taking way too long because now it's down to distance, so it could be up here, it could be up here. Of course, the ghost is not terribly far away from here either. Amulet? Nearby. Okay, well, at least I found the sewer. My unarmed combat is now high enough to almost be effective. Having to run back to dry land, but don't want to fight him in the water. That wastes turns just the same. However, you can cast from water, so maybe I should just do that instead. Could really use a bite right about now. I really don't want to lose a character this far down, but he's got a crossbow, and I mean, I do have reflection. I'm walking in water. Do we go for vampiric draining? Yeah. We'll do draining. It was either that or I could do regeneration the spell and go more physical fighter, but I wanted the actual spell damage. Alright, so I've now got pretty much all the potions. Let's get out of here. And let's go down. Ooh, get one more run in with Natasha. That's good. I'll take the wand before I go down. Oh, we can get the final kill on Natasha. Unfortunately, she drank her potion before she died, so we don't get that. What was it? It was just a healing potion anyway. I can't use those. Let's go ahead and teleport. That looks like that could be a temple. So now we're on D4 and we want to be looking for a god. Combat at 7 is starting to get pretty good. I'm going to throw on fighting as well. This is not working out so well for me. I wanted to get over here, but it looks like that's not really open. I'm going to take a chance and just go down to 5. I bet that that was not the temple. Do not like that worm, worker ant coming behind me. That is not allowed. I guess at some point I should try reading scrolls. I should probably be more careful about using auto exports. It's wasting turns. Do not want to fight these slaves. Not only do I not want to, but apparently I can't even, so let's try diving down. And I really should be able to kill one of them. One-on-one. Apparently no. Let's rest for just a few turns here. Don't like having to skip so much at the 5th floor. How much do we trust that I have bad luck and that the temple is going to be deep? Fainting from starvation. Alright, slice of pizza. Crimson Imp, aka waste 40 turns trying to kill this thing. And try going up just to see if there was a temple around here. Ooh, Flammy. I think that we already saw Flammy's ghost, right? I've got 2 ghosts of Flammy. Now this one I might have a chance of killing. It's Deep Dwarf. Artificer doesn't start with any really good weapons. Paralysis, I don't think I can paralyze ghosts reliably. Drop a potion and he's gone. 28% chance to paralyze. If it was identified, that might work. Can't hit the right key. Come on. There we go. Okay, he's no longer paralyzed, but we can just finish out the fight. That gave us quite a bit of experience, right? We got fighting to 3 and unarmed to 8. So, good chunk of experience for coming up here, but I really am looking for the temple. If only the temple wasn't an announced portal. It would make speedrunning much smoother. Alright, I give up. Let's go back to 5. No, that's not it. Let's go 3D. Alright, I guess I want to check up here. But this is looking like this is not the floor that we are looking for. Gonna do regeneration just because I don't really have much else to do while that guy's coming towards me. Trees up there. That looks like it's a vault. We'll head that way. Teleport trap. Didn't teleport us very far. Just a fit assault. Let's take a slight peek since we're going to be on this side of the map anyway. See, that's a vault looking thing right there. Really probably should have paid more attention to that wall earlier. Just my luck. It's not here. So that means this is probably basically just a doomed run. At least in terms of being turn efficient, I'm going to be pretty far behind at this point. Troll is going to be a good bit dangerous. Is that a chi? No, Laura. Okay. So my regeneration is active. I will be able to heal, but I don't think I have the damage chi chew through a troll ghost at this point. I wonder what this guy had, because he's got 4 pips of evasion on a troll ghost. Probably found a ring or two. I'm kind of tempted to just fight him and die, because I don't like not having God this late, and I'd be willing to just start over. Oh well, no God. I did have reflection, which was pretty decent. But let's give it another try. My turn count was pretty terrible. What was that turn count? I'm curious at this point. Where did they move the morgues link? I'll just go to the scoring overview. So yeah, I was already at 3,500 turns, which is really too high for level 7. Should probably be reaching a layer at around that point. Here's a good question. On my 53,000 character, turn character, when did I enter the layer? Alright, the layer was not until D12, but I had almost a full 9,000 turns on that one. So I think I can probably be a little bit more forgiving of myself. Still, not having Cheetos did make that run pretty poor. If I had Chi, then I would be fine with, that pace. I'm going to try and take him down, just for the experience, but I want to have 4 mana. Did not succeed. Would have been a great experience if I did. I might try some runs as a monk and give up access to the spell regeneration for a little bit more starting power. Take the potion, but I really should be moving on. Explore a little bit more D2. Gonna try and cut back a little bit on the risk taking. Magical capacity and wizardry. Hey, vampiric training at 4%. Look at me go. Let's see if there's anything at the intersection. A couple monsters. Monsters, or as I like to call them, experience pellets, because they give you experience. That's what we all want, right? This is where you would play the Jimi Hendrix song, Are You Experienced? And then get flagged by YouTube, so we won't actually do that. Just pretend that we're playing Are You Experienced? Have you ever been experienced? Alright, so now we're going to go into unarmed combat. Yes, I'm aware that I'm wielding a whip. And I might actually just pick up this longsword, because why not? Hopefully it's not cursed. Yeah, there you go. Giant's Nightmare. I'll take down some ogres with that. Now I've got wizardry. Don't know if I really want to go into a ringmail, but let's go ahead and switch it up and become a fighter. It's going to take a little bit of time before I can get regeneration back down, but not too long. Yeah, this is D4, so I'm going to be looking for an altar. Back to 21. Kind of have to find the temple. Magical power again. How bad does that make regen? Kind of bad. Not terrible. Let's just go with the whole you don't need regeneration because you've got a cool longsword. Let's do some identifying. That's probably curing. We'll keep it for poison. So we just wasted 2 turns. QD, agility, cool. Alright, Travis is at 2, that's probably plenty. Generation's back to 30. Let's do spellcasting and necromancy for just a little bit longer. Alright, I don't think it's on this floor. Let's go down. D5. You had one chance, altar. One chance. Alright, let's try draining these people because I'm taking too much damage here. Ow. Alright, you feel life coursing into your body. Thank you. That was close. You're not a temple, you're not a temple. Where's my temple? Rather than backtracking all the way on this floor, let's backtrack on... Well, no, that's all the way on the other side of the map. Let's not. Let's not say we did. We'll kill that though. Now this gargoyle. It's got AC. I've got a +7 longsword. Don't have any skill in it though. Let's try the agility potion. Nope, that is not helping. I mean, it's sort of working. Sort of. A little bit, not really working. I can probably out-regenerate him by a good bit. I did just lose my... agility potion. But I mean, I can out-regenerate him. It's just a question of whether or not it's worth that, because this is probably taking several hundred turns at the least. He did have one of flame, but that's probably not powerful enough to cut through him. And got a little bit too greedy. He double attacked me, and down we go. Yeah, what is the attack speed on a longsword? That's probably... I mean, I can check. Yeah, 140. So gave him a turn and 4/10 extra, and he double attacked me, and I should not have tried. All right, this will be my last necromancer one. I'm gonna try monks after this. Ring of fire. Well, that was quick. Tabbed too much and should have used more pain. Let's go ahead and switch over to monk. Find a cool amulet right off the bat. Magic regeneration. Hey, there you go. That's sort of like getting regeneration. Don't find any monsters on this floor though. Oh my god, where are the monsters? Yoo-hoo, monsters. Already found all the stairs down and I really just want some monsters. Okay, well that's close enough. We'll get a second chance on an amulet. Amulet of harm, not what I want. So now we're going to drain ourselves. +1 evasion. Every bit helps. Intelligence. Spells. Still a little bit drained, but we just wait for a little regeneration and we'll count it. Back up a little bit so he doesn't get chances to attack me. Let me hit me there. Let's go down. Leather armor would be a great idea. Fight a rat naked. I'm still gonna go with int here, even though I don't have spells yet. I'm gonna want spells later, and unlike regular runs, I'm willing to sacrifice now power for hopefully shaving some turns off in the mid game. What's going down? There's gotta be 2 more staircases down somewhere. Where they be? Let's try up here. Looks like that's a no. No, we're close enough to this one again, anyway. Come on, temple, temple, temple. Nope, you tremble. I'm still drained from that amulet. That is one nasty amulet. More altars I don't want. Do I have curing? Not that I know of. Probably do though. That's upstairs. We want the other kind. Ooh, Evelyn sharing the altar. Doing a yin-yang life and death sort of alt there. That's a pretty cool design. You begin to heal more quickly. One of the best things I've ever heard in my life. You begin to heal more quickly. We're at 7, so I'm gonna go ahead and start a little bit of dodging. 7.3 unarmed. Ouch. Nasty iguana. Alright, well, it doesn't look like there's an altar, a temple here. Let's try going down. We got a wand of hasting. Probably don't need to identify it though. Oh, thanks for nothing. Scrolls. Random uselessness and fog. Where's my teleport? Where's my blinking? There's the temple. We got one that's going to take a whole bunch of turns to walk through. Boo. Boo turns. I assume there's probably not another altar in there, but you never know. Wouldn't put it past anyone. Is that it? Do you like that? Zen. Chop. Look at all these turns wasted. And there's still possibly one more up there. Nope. Well, thanks a lot, pal. Just can't catch a break today. Now I'm gonna just have to kind of fully-ish explore each level until I find Chi. I have not found remove curse yet. Let's look for it. There's J. I'm gonna actually wait. I'm gonna pop an identify on the amulet. I would rather have reflection. Yeah, that's good. Oops. Wow, I messed this up quite a lot. I am not paying attention and I'm just running to my death. Okay, well, we will find Chi one day. One day. There's gonna be a temple and it's gonna actually have gods in it that I like. I swear it can happen. Took a very long time to come back down to that ring. I probably should not be auto exploring around, but what can I say? Old habits die hard. Centaur barding. In case you feel like growing some extra legs. Distant. And that was back up here, I think. So let's go back up this way. Nope, just a wand. That plant is poisoned. I did not know that plants could be poisoned. This is a lot of experience in here. I'm really digging that. Assuming that I actually can kill that kobold. We're already ready for dodging to come on. And if I'm not mistaken, there's another 2 rooms on the other side of the water. Do I have any? Yeah, I can poison them, right? They're not resistant to poison. Well, most of the monk runs are going a lot smoother. I will probably miss having access to the spells later. But at least for starting out, they are definitely a lot smoother. This is still just 3, so I'm going to probably want to get off of here as soon as possible. And there's a staircase to take. Now I don't want to skip 4 because I'm hoping there's a temple. Come on, temple. Like just once. I've played what, like 10, 15 runs now? Okay, we want to back up a little bit here. Anything useful? I could try paralyzing. Just really hoping that wizard would come closer. Alright, we got a drain on him. He's still refusing to die though. Be the temple, be the temple, be the temple, be the temple. It's jelly. I feel like, what is it, the Monty Hall game show thing where you can open a door and it's either a goat or it's a car? Like, temple, 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 it's a jelly. And so this is probably terrible. I don't really have a lot of hope of surviving this. Try backing up a little bit. If the regular orcs block the line of sight from the wizard, that's great. Don't really have a place further back that I can walk to. There's a door there. That's probably close enough. You know, close enough to being a hallway that I can use it to. And they stick a goddamn ogre behind me. Surviving for a pretty long time with 1 hit point, just saying, but no. I was doing pretty okay up until that ogre came up behind. Glowing helmet. -2 helmet. Nope, 0. I don't think you don't really see very many negatively enchanted armors. There's plenty of negatively enchanted weapons, but usually not armors. Charge in, almost die. Make a mistake on walking forward, but we're a Vine Stalker, so we're okay. Roll 2, let's just hop down. What the hell? take the ring mail. Let's see, I have 16 AC and EV combined. In a ring mail, I have 17 combined. Boots. Look at me having armor. Fall through a shaft for 3 floors. Watch this, the temple. Nope, this is a bunch of centaurs who are gonna kill me. Okay, well, I didn't want to be on the 7th floor anyway. Although I will miss the helmet and the boots. Let's violate my normal roll. See what happens when we go to the 2nd floor at level 1. We find a null. That's what happens. And being on floor 2, he's probably got friends. Bam! Level 2 and 1 kill. Let's see if he wakes up. There we go. The other guy doesn't see me just yet, but he's probably gonna fall. There's Terrence. Alright, so I'm probably very soon to be outgunned, but let's give it a shot. Yeah, could not go that quick. Facebook, stop beeping. So much beeping. Well, since it worked out so well last time, let's go down to the 3rd floor at level 1. Right? I mean, come on. We reach level 2 pretty quick. Cursed amulet of inaccuracy. Waste to scroll blinking. And a waste to scroll teleportation. And now there's orcs. And they've all got tridents. And it looks like my mana's coming back, but that's only because I have a max of 3. So when I gain 1 mana, it looks like I actually have a chunk of mana. Alright, we're pretty close to level 3 now. Almost fully exploring the whole of D1. We found a cloak. Look at that. We're getting so much power. And there's our final stair down, so we're going to take that. Don't want to get stuck in the middle of D1 somewhere, far from stairs, and waste turns. I'm going to skip D2. A player far more wise than I once said that going down to D2, the game gets more difficult, and then every time you take a stairway after that, the game gets easier. D2 being, the hardest floor of the game. So I mean, if we just skip it, then that makes everything easier, right? I think that's how that works. Almost dead from poison. Alright, we have 7. I think that's a good point to start auto-exploring again. Book of Annihilations. We are going... Glaciate? Let's do Glaciate. Yeah, let's do Glaciate. Could have picked up the ball gun, but eh. Probably not even going to make it past this hallway, so... He hasn't been smiting. If the priest doesn't smite, we can do it. And there's the smite. Alright, well... We actually got pretty close to punching through that. Really had no right to. I think I'm going to pause the video here just so I can have chunks that aren't super duper long. And I'll come back and I'll keep trying a couple more. So, part 2 coming up.